Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a 3-day foodie Portland tour. Super lazy, literally all we did was eat. So if you are looking for an easy, chill 3-day itinerary where you're probably going to be stuffing your face the entire time, then you are in the right place. And with that, let's begin. Our first stop, we Ubered straight over to Pip's Original Donuts and Chai for our pre-brunch snack. So these piping hot fried dough balls were just amazing, and we ordered 6, so one of each flavor. Man, these donuts were crispy on the outside, they're so fluffy and warm on the inside. So my personal favorites were the candied maple bacon and the cinnamon sugar with the Nutella and honey. Yum! So next up, we headed on over to Screen Door for actual brunch, and we split the chicken and waffles. We got 2 pieces of fried chicken, and we got the famous praline bacon, and oh my god. So the praline bacon is this thick sliced bacon that's just like coated and caramelized in brown sugar and then just like dredged in tons of nuts. Oh my god, it was decadent. I honestly don't think I could have eaten more than 1 piece, but it was so freaking good. And the chicken and waffles, so everybody recommended the chicken and waffles, and it was pretty fire. They put something in the waffles, like cinnamon or nutmeg or something, I don't know, but they tasted kind of Christmassy. The fried chicken was crispy on the outside, warm and juicy on the inside. Pretty solid chicken and waffles, really can't complain. So after brunch, we headed on downtown to check into our hotel. And since we were spending all of our money on food, we decided to stay at this budget hotel, which actually turned out to be really, really nice for under $100 a night. And then we sat down to rest for like a few minutes, but then that turned into like a 2-hour nap. So a short walk away from our hotel was the International Rose Garden, and we definitely came during the wrong time of year because we quickly realized that there were no roses. But just around the corner is the Portland Japanese Garden, so we just went there right after instead. Admission for the Portland Japanese Garden was $20 a person, which was actually more expensive than I originally thought it was going to be, but it was a really cool experience, and since we went a little later in the day, there didn't seem to be too many people there, so we really got to enjoy the tranquility and peacefulness of the garden. Alright, so disclaimer, I really like walking. I feel like it's a really great way to explore a city, so during this trip, we did a lot of walking. And that being said, about a 30-minute walk away from the park was our dinner destination, noncowman, which is famous for their chicken over rice. We both ordered the number 1, which was a regular-sized poached chicken with rice simmered in chicken stock and Thai herbs, and it was served with a fermented soybean, ginger, garlic sauce, and it also had a side of light chicken broth soup. And this was so simple, but so satisfying. It was so good. The chicken was moist and flavorful, the rice was perfectly cooked, and the sauce just added such a kick of flavor. Yeah. So after dinner, we wanted to walk off our food a little bit, so we headed down the street over to Powell's City of Books, and man, this place was huge. So there's tons of new and used book options. I think there's 3 floors, 9 rooms, and over 68,000 square feet of just books. Like, you could literally spend the whole day here, just wandering and reading, and there's every single type of book you could imagine. Comic, fiction, cooking, nonfiction, self-help, journals, corgis? But yeah, so if you are a book lover, this is definitely a must-see. Afterward, we grabbed a quick drink at Bailey's Tap Room, and then we headed over to Lardo to pick up a post-dinner late-night snack, just because we don't have a good reason. We just really, really wanted to try the sandwich from Lardo. So it's this Korean pork shoulder sandwich with kimchi and some sort of aioli. It was amazing. You guys, if you get the chance, like, you need to swing by Lardo and try their sandwiches because they are freaking amazing. All right, so day 2. Well, we were both super food comaed from the day prior, so we ended up sleeping in on day 2. Then once we got our day started, it was about 9:30, maybe 10, when we decided to go to Heart Coffee Roasters, which was downtown. And the space was amazing. It was beautiful. The coffee was great. The staff were super, super nice. Also, they gave us a sample of a drip coffee before we placed our order. So I got a ginger snap latte and Andrew got the honey cardamom latte, and both were so good. And after we got our coffee, we just headed around the corner over to Blue Star Donuts for their famous donuts for grown-ups. And the donuts were, okay, so we went in and I told Andrew that we should probably only get 3. We ended up getting 5, and I have no regrets. They were so good. So after eating way too many donuts, we headed on over to the Gateway Transit Center to catch the Columbia Area Transit, also known as the CAT bus, to Multnomah Falls. So the bus cost $10 per person one way, and we paid cash on the bus. After that, it was about a 30-minute ride to the falls. This is a great option for those of you that want to see the falls but don't really want to rent a car. So All Trails ranked the Multnomah Falls hike easy. I would definitely rank it as like a moderate. There were parts that were super steep, but overall it was a beautiful hike. You got to see the waterfall. It was cold, it was warm, it was sunny, it was wet. And overall it was just a really great workout. It took us about, I would say, an hour to make it all the way up to the peak and back. So after a quick bus ride back to the city, we went to Deschutes Brewery for dinner and post-hike beers. Andrew got the blue cheeseburger and I got the crab roll, and we both got a side of their garlic fries, and this crab roll was more crab than roll for sure. Like, just look at how much crab there is. It's insane. This was probably one of the best crab rolls, if not the best crab roll I've ever had. But I actually haven't had too many crab rolls, so disclaimer. Now let's talk about these garlic fries for a split second, because they were amazing. So crispy on the outside, and then there was this super, super garlicky aioli, and it was sprinkled with cheese. Ugh. We also got this house-made sausage to share. It was super spicy and really flavorful. And for beers, I got some sort of Japanese lager, and Andrew got the hazy IPA, and we also got this pina colada sample. Yeah, bomb. So even though we were both completely stuffed after dinner, we had to get dessert. So we walked on over to Edie Bean, which is a local frozen yogurt place with tons and tons of different toppings, and we sampled every flavor, and I don't think that there was a bad flavor, but what really, really made this froyo were the toppings, and the almond toffee crumble and the oat streusel with the Nutella shell. Fire combination. Highly, highly recommend. Alright, so moving on to day 3. Day 3 was pretty chill. We started the day by going to Pok Pok for their famous fish sauce wings. And if you've never had fish sauce wings before, I definitely recommend that you give them a try, because they're pretty dang tasty despite smelling pretty fishy. But these wings were salty and sticky and juicy. Highly recommend you give these a try if you haven't. Along with the wings, they gave us a side of roasted peanuts that were slightly salted. So we also got the half roasted chicken and it came with a few dipping sauces. There was the sweet chili and then also the spicy tamarind. We also got this spicy beef salad that had these thin slices of beef, and there was tons of citrus and chili, and it was tangy and salty and sour and spicy. It really hit every single flavor you could think of. And we got a side of sticky rice to go along with everything. So instead of regular water, they gave us this pandan infused water that was kind of coconutty almost, super refreshing. Overall, I do think Pok Pok is worth the hype, so if you guys get the chance, be sure to check it out. So after lunch, we walked right across the street to Dapper and Wise Roasters, where we chilled pretty hard for about 2 to 3 hours while we got some work done and sipped on some really good coffee. Afterward, we made our way over to the Cheese and Crack snack shop for some charcuterie and literally the best ice cream sundae I've had in a long time. So the charcuterie, we got the brulee brie and the Beecher's cheese. Fire. This entire charcuterie spread was about $12. And we also got some happy hour Prosecco to sip on, so each glass was about $5. Yeah, I don't really know what kind of ice cream sundae it was, but the soft serve was amazing. There was some sort of chocolate ganache all around the glass, and it was topped with a toasted marshmallow. So after that, we did a little bit of sightseeing, and then we actually stumbled upon these cherry blossoms that were in full bloom. So next up, we headed on over to this aerial tram that cost $5 per person for a round trip, and it takes you all the way up to this hospital where there's like an observation deck where you can look out and just see the entire city. So after that, we headed back down and hopped on a streetcar over to our last dinner destination of this trip, Grassa. So Grassa is known for their homemade pastas, and we also got these veggie appetizers. Honestly, I'd pass, but the pasta, man, okay, yeah, this is why you came here. So I got the pork belly mac and cheese, and Andrew got some sort of bolognese, and both were amazing. Highly, highly recommend that you check this place out. This might have been one of my favorite stops. And after dinner, of course, we had to get dessert, so we crossed the street over to Ruby Jewel. And most of the flavors here weren't anything too special, but their Oregon strawberry was amazing. You have to try that. So thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. I've got a surprise special bonus recommendation for you guys. But yeah, so our flight wasn't until later in the afternoon, and surprise, surprise, it was snowing in Portland in March. Crazy. But we trekked through the snow just to get Pine State biscuits, and we did not regret it one bit. So we got this fried chicken biscuit sandwich smothered in like a mushroom sausage gravy. Just one of the regular biscuits with butter and jam, and then also this like Elvis homemade Pop-Tart. And we just enjoyed our brunch as we saw the snow just rain down outside. I'm from California, so I've definitely never experienced anything like that. But this biscuit, it was probably my favorite meal of the trip. It was amazing. If you guys have time, highly, highly recommend trying this out. Alright, so that concludes my 3-day foodie Portland itinerary. I probably gained like 5 pounds from this trip, but it's okay. No regrets. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment below. What's your favorite Portland restaurant that I need to check out next time? Alright, so thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.